Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Patricia and this is my series Mystic in the Matrix. So glad to have you here. We're having a moment of alignment and I sure hope that you all have something to gain from this. So normally I pick a card and that card is my topic card for what I would like to be chatting about for the day. But today instead I picked what I have called a wild card. So that's when I'm just kind of feeling guided to come on here and to just kind of like ramble, I suppose. I don't know. I call it my rambling. Others would call it just, a little bit of channeling, not entities or anything like that, but just allowing it to flow through me today. So, but I'm really feeling the vibe of something that I'm observing a lot right now. And that is a lot of people seem to be having a tower moment. I think this month has a lot of changes that are attached to it. Astrologers are saying that the month of May and July are going to be very turbulent. That could be at a level of the collective or it could be very personal. But right now I am seeing a lot of personal ones, like a lot of people just going through their shit, and a lot of truths within their lives of what's staying, what's not. And I feel really compelled to say to anyone out there who's going through their own personal tower moment, their own personal, when life just kind of shifts the carpet out from underneath you and you get down. And one thing I want to say about that is, my Gen X, my parental generation would have said, get over it, dust yourself off and get over it, move forward in life. And I do embrace that. I do embrace a lot of that. But I also embrace the idea of sitting with your feels. I think it's really important if you're experiencing something right now and you're feeling really shitty about your life or the experience that you've had, to really sit with your feels. Like, don't let them engulf you. I'm an INJF personality type, so an empath. So I know what the feels are, and I know how sometimes feels can be very overwhelming. So just, sit with it to the point where you're not overwhelmed. So kind of have like your caution mark, right? So, oh, my Mishka's about to start walking around and doing stuff. She's a big girl. She makes a lot of noise, those big feet on the hardwood floor. Anyhow, so, she's gonna lie down. Thank you, Moo Moo. Thank you. Feel your feels. They're all valid, but just do know where to draw that line so that you can stay healthy going through a lot of this. I had an experience this last week where one of my old fears was really, in my face. And at first, like, I totally freaked. And I had to sit for a minute and I could really feel the fear. And I'm like, that moment of, I'm never going out there again. But I decided to sit with those feels, just sit with that fear and put it into perspective. And, you got to sit there and go, am I safe? Am I okay? Did it pass? Did this too shall pass? My intuition, allowed me to navigate. So yay. And then, to go, once you get through those feels, at the end of it, I was kind of like, because at first I felt really kind of defeated that those fears could come back and bite me in the ass. And but to be able to sit there, move through it, and then realize at the end of it, it was, hey, I'm a badass, actually. I was able to navigate a situation. I was able to get through it. We're safe. We're good. Whew. Let it go, and ready to move forward again. But it was really important to take that moment to really sit with it, to feel the feels and move through it, move through that shitty feeling to get to the other side, to realize that there were good things that came out of it. Or if there's not good things that come out of it, at least you know that things could have been a hell of a lot worse. I think sometimes that can be a really healthy perspective to have. Things could have been a hell of a lot worse. But that never, that doesn't also make what you went through smaller. Okay, make sure that that's really, really there. But it's about perspective, and sometimes you got to play with that perspective to be able to move through it. So I think a lot of people are going to be feeling a lot of shit this next, like, through this month. I'm seeing a lot of people moving into their own personal alignments, and people, that's going to hurt others, absolutely. But people got to do what they got to do, and they got to move forward. And as long as you do it with a good heart at this time of transitions, because that's what we're in a time of transitions. It makes sense, right? We're in the springtime, and springtime is a lot of transitions. And so you really have to move through what you're going through right now, and just know that you're not alone. There's so many, it's all on a collective level and also on a very personal level. And what you focus on is what you create. That's a hard one to chew on sometimes, but sometimes we don't know what we're creating. So always remember that too. When you feel like, I didn't fucking create this, well, maybe on a subconscious level, when we're on cruise control, don't think the Matrix is always going to be kind to you. All right. So pay attention to what you're doing right now. Pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to your intentions. Where you're generating your energy right now. It's very important, because there's a lot to navigate. There's an awful lot to navigate. So because this is my wild card moment, I'm actually going to pull a card for you. Actually, this is one of my faves. The Oracle of the Energies. It's one of the Oracle decks by Colette Perrin-Reed. I really love her work, and I really trust her as a creator when it comes to things like this. I'm very, haven't shuffled them previously, so I'm going to do so now. When it comes to having different tools, like having oracle cards or tarot cards, it's really important that you feel comfortable with the creators of them, with the deck itself. So this is one of them. So I'm just going to pull a card for everybody. This is for the collective, okay? If you don't like it, whatever, move on. But I just feel really called to do this for you today. One more, please. One more, and then I will stop. And I'm going to pull it. Number 43, the Spirit of Gratitude. And I'm going to read it to you. Usually with the oracles, they usually have pretty long meanings. And in my practice of doing this, what's written in the book, I believe, should be read. Once I've read it, then I'll tap into it. But I really feel with oracle cards, when you have a guidebook that goes with it, that it's really important to read from it, okay? So you don't miss anything that Spirit wants to say. Okay. In prayer, we connect directly to our higher power. It is a way for us to be in communion with the divine, a reminder that our lives are a sacred conversation we are continuously engaged in. Prayer lets us know we are not alone. A power greater than us acts on our behalf and is activated through us, suffusing our hearts and minds with a faith that is life-affirming, loving, and compassionate. When we pray, we acknowledge that we are only part of the equation of life, that a spiritual aspect is always in operation. We engage in humility, knowing we are in co-creative partnership and have so much to be grateful for. Expressing gratitude and asking to be of service is the most powerful, prospering prayer of all. When you focus your attention on appreciation for even the smallest aspects of your life and what you have already experienced, it's like waving a magic wand. Everything you need comes to you without effort. Obstacles fall away and your purpose becomes even clearer. The kind of prayer that will prosper you and others today is one of deep, abiding gratitude. You become a magnet for miracles when you are grateful and ask to be a channel for divine purpose, divine abundance, love, and compassion. The power of Source is within you. Now is the time to awaken it. I think that's a pretty powerful message during these times. As you go through life-altering moments that you feel like you don't have a lot of control over, just really remember that life is happening for you, not just to you and at you, okay? Even when we do get sidetracked with our own thoughts, always remember Spirit is with you, helping you to co-create, all right? So when you do find yourself in tower moments throughout this month, because a lot of us are, it's very collective on a personal level as well. When you're in that moment and you need to reach out to your highest self and find that perspective, feel the feels, so that you could feel that gratitude. Because once you shift that perspective, you immediately do feel gratitude. When things happen to us immediately, we don't see the good in it. It's kind of like that old story, good thing, bad thing, who knows, right? Good thing, bad thing, who knows? Because a lot of times when really crazy tower moments happened in my life, it shifted me in crazy directions that I never, ever thought I would have possible happen. It's how I became a backpacker and traveled around the world, for 3 years in one trip, just traversing and meandering the world, I suppose. But it was a tower moment that brought me to that. Tower moments have brought me to many things when the shifts of life happen. But it's really important throughout it to have gratitude. Are you safe? Do you have enough food? Do you have shelter over your head? There's a few things. And if you've got a few things of those going on for you in those dark times, have gratitude for them. Because you know what? It's true. I really do believe in the power of gratitude. Because I think it really does shift how we see everything and gives us that other connection that we need to have in those moments. Connects you to your spirit, your soul. And sometimes it can help you laugh, help you find your sense of humor to get through what you're getting through. So remember to subscribe, to like. Thanks for the love, guys. And I'm working on a topic right now. I just felt really compelled to do this video today. But yeah, any topics that you have for me, I will certainly look into them and drop them in my box and see if I pull one for that day. Everyone, get through what we're going through and turn your lemons into lemonade. And if you can't, then make some lemon squares, okay? Find your perspectives, feel your feels, get through what you need to get through. But once you do, find your strength, because you will. I have faith in humans. I have faith in humanity, and I know that we're going to get through this. There's just something speaks to me that it's not going to be easy, but we're all going to get through this, okay? Take care.